welcome out to our third episode, and this will be our final episode talking about Born Free. But today we're actually going to get into the show, some of the bikes there, and talk about some of our fun experiences. So thanks for tuning in.
It was a great time. Yeah, welcome back.
Guys, so one of the best things about this year's Born Free for us was, for me, linking up with some old friends, but then also meeting some new friends and connecting with people in person. I think something where you have an online presence. A lot of us have social media now. So you have this online relationship sometimes where you've commented on people or talked to them. And to actually meet them face to face is always a good time. So we got to have that experience as well.
Yeah, it's great. I think the most fun I had that weekend, honestly, was just getting out and meeting a lot of the people that I do follow and getting to know personalities and see their cool bikes and stuff like that. It was a great time.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Guys, what I will say, so we started the day, for those who don't know, Born Free has an awesome venue.
Yeah.
The ride-in to Silverado, California, right by Irvine Lake, right? So the ride-in's beautiful. Where you're at, there's no cell service. It's
packed.
you're pretty isolated, and it is packed, but like it is, it's a nice escape from the world. And it feels like a very, I don't know how else to say it, like an intimate show. Yeah. Even though there's a ton of people there. Yeah. So it's, again, great venue. The ride-in's great. And so we started off our day, blow drying our hair and grabbing boobies at a gas station. And, we linked up with, my family there and then headed in and had a great ride in.
Yeah. It was a beautiful day.
All right, guys. So after the ride-in, once you get to Born Free, you just see bikes everywhere, and so it's cool. Like again, one of my favorite things is there's obviously going to be the show bikes, the invited builders. A lot of people with their booths and their shops there have their bikes out front. So you just see bikes, but just walking into the show or the grass pass where like people actually park within the perimeter of the show. Mm-hmm. You could just look at bikes for days. It's very similar like Cook's Corner where you're walking up and every bike is unique, a ton of choppers, ton of custom work. And, so I just like taking my time walking and strolling in.
Yeah.
We went in the show, obviously excited to see just all the bikes, all the different builders, but also link up with some old friends. So for me personally, I got to link up with, somebody I used to work with. They now work for Beast. So we got to hang out at the Beast tent for a minute, link up with some friends. We got to link up with our friends at Memphis Shades, stop by their booth. And so that was always a fun opportunity, or it's always a fun opportunity to link up with people that you don't get to see very often because you live in different places and all that stuff, but to just have fun. I will say though, for me, a personal highlight, as cheesy as this sounds to some people, like walking in, a lot of people now know that Jason Momoa is there. So I gotta walk by him, say what's up, give him a fist bump. And for me, it was one of those things where, a lot of people know him from different things and, his movie and his career and stuff like that. But I think for somebody who's done so much for like the motorcycle community, giving good content, Road to Paloma is like one of my favorite movies. I think he just captures something that isn't very common in motorcycle movies today. It's all about like violence and, like the
aggression.
Yeah, like again, like kind of overstimulating things and all that stuff. But he captured like that being in the moment, riding your bike. Like for me, like a real biker film. And so I love that movie. And then he has his recent HBO series, which is
On the Roam.
On the Roam. And, again, a great show where you get to just, a lot of it has to do with the motorcycle community, classic bikes. So again, that was cool for me just because of everything that he's done. In the community.
Yeah. I mean, we binge watched On the Roam. It was great.
Yeah.
It was cool to see all the different stuff that he's up to, a lot of the unique people that he works with, and just interesting things. Very cool. Very unique.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was cool to see him. That was fun.
Yeah, so that was cool. It was a good way to start the day, you know?
Yeah, it was cool.
Again, and then after, getting in, there's always fun stuff. Like, again, vendors are awesome out there. A lot of cool bikes that just vendors, whether it's a shop that builds or the owner themselves, has their bike parked in front of their tent. You get to see a ton of cool bikes that way. Obviously, I was, checking out, there's like a knucklehead for sale, and I was like, if only I had $45,000 to grab this right now,
that one was cool,
I'd be in a good spot. But, that was great. Stopping by like some of the stuff like the Vans half pipe.
Oh yeah.
Is always super cool. Like you're going to watch, again.
Watch the kids skateboard, doing tricks. That was cool. Yep.
And professionals.
Well, that too. Yeah. I just love seeing all the kids out there.
It is cool. Yeah.
There's little kids. So.
That was last year for our kid. He was enamored by that. Like he just wanted to watch the half pipe, and so that was pretty cool. So it's again, just something fun to do throughout the day. Another highlight that I think we had was, for those who don't know, there's something called Axel's Hideout. And, basically the girl named Becky, woman rider, has Axel Co., which is like a motorcycle apparel and
accessory.
Yeah, a ton of stuff for bikes.
Tons of stuff.
But like a dominant space for female riders. And so she has a special,
it's like a pop-up tent.
Yeah, like a tent.
It's actually super cool looking. Yeah.
Where she hosts female riders who have built their own bikes.
Yep.
And so there's a ton of cool bikes right there. So we stopped by that, and we actually got to meet some really cool people.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great to meet Becky. Obviously, like Bubba was just saying, I've been following her for a while. Got to meet Black Magic Gab. She is a dope person. One of her friends, Christina, gave everybody a follow on Instagram. And honestly, I think we stood and hung out there for maybe half hour or so, but just talking about bikes. Gabby's got this really cool Springer front end that I was enamored by. It was very cool. And we'll have to link. I know can't think of her name. There's the pink bike. She's very witchy, kind of woo-woo on her Instagram. I can't think of her name right now, but we'll add her in if Bubba can find her. But yeah, just getting to know everybody and interesting things about their bikes and their builds and all that stuff. And for me, honestly, to kind of meet other chicks that are out there really doing it, whether it's influencing or they've got their Becky's got her brand, and that's grown exponentially, but really just cool people and good conversation. We had a good time, ran over to the Beast tent, brought back a couple drinks for the girls. I think they were excited about that because it was getting pretty hot in the day. But yeah, all in all, it was really cool.
Well,
super fun.
And again, for me personally, I love just like the expansion of riding. I think that, it's cool just to talk to people from around the country who ride different bikes, who have been on different adventures. And I love, again, there's a lot of probably negative things about social media, and we could get into that. That's a whole nother topic, but there's a lot of positives too. Yeah. And one of the things that I love is, getting to see other people, at least glimpses of other people's adventures, because then you get to talk about it.
Yeah.
And, so again, getting to meet, a lot of these people in person, have discussions.
Yeah.
It was a great time just to sit back, chat, and talk about bikes.
Yeah. Super cool people.
Outside of the show itself, being there, seeing great works, for me personally, I will say it probably was the highlight for me, because of what these guys did. But we got to meet just randomly,
we just kind of stumbled up on them.
Yeah, the Two Lane Life crew and the Thrash and Supply crew. And, we just stopped and chatted with them for a minute. And so something that, again, if you don't follow us on social media, you might not know, but my boy loves motorcycles. He likes anything with two wheels, his bike, his vroom vrooms, whatever.
They're parked right up here.
But something we do is, a lot of times in the morning, we'll sit down and we'll throw on YouTube and watch motorcycles. And he'll just ask for that. Mm-hmm. And, he loves
guys specifically.
Yes.
Daddy, my guys. Gotta watch them.
So he loves, Thrash and Supply and Two Lane Life. Cause they just, again, I think a lot of it is, to be honest, he's not super into talking or where they're visiting. He just likes watching them ride. And, they have great riding footage, and they'll have great little segments where it's just motorcycles and he likes to watch it. So
popping wheelies, racing down the street, doing a little off-road stuff every once in a while. He loves it.
So he's had a great time watching those guys over the last couple of years. And anyway, so meeting these guys, we link up with them, and the stuff that they were doing, they're like, hey, well, let's film a video for them and give them a little shout out. So I'll show you guys the video that they recorded for him, and then I'll show you his reaction. For me as a father, that was just above and beyond and super sweet that they took the time to do that. It's also cool, again, to meet people who put out consistent content that's quality and I think are really leaders in the space, because that's something that, like, in a lot of ways, it was an inspiration to me to do this. Just because it's consistent content, because you can never get enough good quality content. So we're hoping to, in some ways, follow in those footsteps. So again, meeting those guys, that was a highlight, and especially because they took the time to make this video.
Hey Cal, I'm Galen from 2 Lane Life. How you doing, buddy?
Hey Cal, I'm Vaughn from Fashion Supply. How's it going?
Hey Cal, Lance here.
What's up, Cal? How you doing?
We'll see you down the road, Cal. See you down the road, buddy.
Later.
All right, Cal. Do you know who that is? Yeah? Do you know who that is? Okay, ready for this?
Hey Cal, I'm Galen from 2 Lane Life. How you doing, buddy?
Hey Cal, I'm Vaughn from Fashion Supply. How's it going?
Hey Cal, Lance here.
Look, it's not
Cal,
video.
how you doing?
We'll see you down the road, Cal. See you down the road, buddy.
Is that
Should
cool?
we watch it one more time? Ready?
That was super sweet, right?
Guys,
I love it.
it was awesome. So appreciate
Thank you
that.
guys. Yeah,
And
that was amazing.
guys, with that, we'll show you a little bit more of the show, some of us walking around. And hope you enjoy it.
I feel like winning a bike is a great deal. You'll get out of here faster.
we hope you enjoyed some of that footage. For us, after the show, because we have jobs and we can't, just ride motorcycles all the time. We ended up having to head back Sunday. And so, we got up early, headed back, hit Phoenix when it was, 115 degrees.
Thankfully, we left early enough. We were just getting into it as we got home. So we're definitely grateful for that.
Yeah, same mitigation techniques that we used on the way out there, using our cooling vest.
Yep.
Left early, stopped a decent amount. So, we made it through pretty good.
Yeah, it was a good ride home.
Yeah.
No traffic, nothing crazy. So yeah, uneventful in a good way.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. But guys, it was a great trip. Something we're already looking forward to doing again next year all together.
Oh, yeah.
And next week we're going to do something a little different. Obviously, our Born Free segment's done. So next week, I think we're actually going to take a minute and talk about our social media presence and kind of, I would say more specifically, my journey, because you had a good following before. When you're beautiful like this, people follow you. But for me, it was something I started just over a year ago, and
really
we'll give you guys that story and kind of talk about successes and I would say failures, but overall,
no major pitfalls.
Yeah,
he's gorgeous.
We've met pretty good over the last little bit. Then it's been a fun journey. So follow along for that. We'll show you some of the highlights on social media, things that have done well, haven't, and.
It's a good time.
Hope to see you next week. Thanks.
See you back.